The holidays are a time for gathering, and food is often at the center, but making smart choices can be challenging. Joining us is Pam Nisevich-Bede, author, athlete, and global nutritionist at Abbott's Lingo business, and she's here to share some tips on navigating holiday eating and how tools like the Lingo continuous glucose monitor can help us understand our bodies better during this season and beyond. Welcome, Pam.
Thank you for having me.
So Pam, let's get right to it. The holidays are rooted in traditions, and food obviously is a big part of that. How can we still enjoy but keep health top of the mind?
Sure. So we have so many dishes that we look forward to all year round, right? Around the holiday season. And we're not talking about overhauling our familiar favorites in a way that makes them unrecognizable. What we're talking about is really personalizing our nutrition, making small tweaks to some of our familiar favorites in a way that improves our metabolic health. So in addition to different recipes we can try, we've got another tool, and it's a continuous glucose monitor. So Abbott's Lingo CGM is this small biosensor you wear on the back of your arm. It's over the counter. You wear it for up to 14 days. And the biosensor pairs with an app on your smartphone. You're going to see minute by minute your glucose data. And what that kind of connects to is how you're feeling in your own skin. Glucose is this factor that we all should care about because it impacts our health, our wellness, and even the simple things like our mood, our sleep, our energy levels. So what we're talking about today is making those new traditions, making nutrition a new tradition in a way that is personalized and works for us.
So what happens when our glucose spikes, and how can we manage it during the stress of the holidays?
Yeah, so stress is a big factor for glucose, and most of us report that this season is more stressful than tax season, if you can believe that. The way we manage it is by thoughtful choices with our nutrition, adding in more movement across our holiday season and beyond, but figuring out what habits work for us. Glucose ebbs and flows across our day. For all of us, no matter where we're at on this health journey. It's those glucose spikes and those crashes, this glucose roller coaster that makes us feel off. It impacts our mood, our energy, even our focus, and our health outcomes that we want to kind of, think through when we're building new habits and goals. Glucose is at the center, and by knowing how your glucose responds with an app in the palm of your hand, a biosensor on the back of your arm, you know how to fine-tune your own choices in a way that works for you.
And Pam, what are some simple swaps that we can consider?
Yeah, for all of us, nutrition is really, really important. So maybe it's just food order. It's starting our meal with a salad with more fiber. It slows down digestion and absorption. Adding protein to our mashed potatoes. We added Greek yogurt to these mashed potatoes. We made them ahead of time because when you cook starch ahead of time, you create something called a resistant starch. It's a type of carbohydrate that's just slower to digest. So you kind of stay off this glucose roller coaster, but you still have your familiar favorite that you love. With these glazed carrots, we took out a ton of that brown sugar and instead added in monk fruit. We added some cinnamon for even better glycemic control. And then for something like dessert, we all love our desserts, right? You can have your cake and eat it too at the end of the meal by adding in some fat like nuts, more coconut oil, really add some satiety, some extra nourishment. And that way we can bring our favorite dishes to life, but in a way that helps our metabolic health.
And Pam, I have to ask, what about some holiday drinks?
Yeah, so one of the most interesting things I've learned from Lingo is how my body responds to some of those holiday drinks, those cocktails. It's really a lot of the sugar that's in those cocktails that's impacting our glucose, our metabolic health. So we've made a mocktail here, and instead of those simple syrups, we've added in a dry spritzer. You could add in soda water. You add it with other foods to slow down that digestion and the impact. And that way, you're having the cake or the drink and keeping your metabolic health on the top.
And where can we go for more information?
You can learn more about Lingo. You can try Lingo for yourself and check out our holiday eating guide at hellolingo.com.
Pam, thank you so much for being with us, and thanks for all the information.
Thank you.